last night, which I find interesting because you come in tomorrow, it's going to be a lot like walking into your house when nobody's home. You just kind of look around and go, "Yay, porn at full volume." It's kind of weird. Starting to get into stand-up now, and I got to do it in bars and stuff. And that's weird for me because I recently stopped drinking, and it's because I've become a totally different person. This is true. I actually don't drink, so don't buy me drinks after the show or anything. I know I'm pretty, but don't do it. But I lose control. I make bad decisions. Like the last time I went out drinking for my buddy's birthday, and I ended up professing my love to a girl that I don't even like. Y'all, I hate this girl. She follows me around like a retarded puppy. Okay, seriously, because I would have told anybody or anything that I loved them that night. I'd have been like, "I love you, Chair. You're so amazing. You're always there for me. You hold me up when I'm falling down." Yeah, I would have told the meat grinder that I was in love with it that night. My friends would have been like, "God, that's a bad idea." And I'd be like, "You don't know her like I do." So, I'm a nerd. I gotta tell you guys, I am a nerd. I know I don't look like one. I kind of look like a fag. I know what I look like. I'm not one. But I'm a nerd, and being a nerd means you get to get into some of the greatest conversations. And they are lame. You always end up in the conversations, well, who would win? Who would win between Superman and the Hulk? And then one person has that awesome retort every time. "Oh, the Hulk would win. Why? Because Superman's gay." Look at him with his faggy little tights. He's got the worst cover disguise ever. Glasses on, I'm a reporter. Glasses off, I'm a superhero. How does nobody catch that, really? And he's never there when shit's going down. It's either everybody knows and they refuse to say it, or everybody just thinks Clark's a big puss. But also, I gotta tell you about an instance in my nerddom that even I freaked out and went to the jock side of the camp. I was having a conversation with some of my friends about what we would do if we had all the money in the world. What would you do if you were Bill Gates rich? If you were Oprah rich, what would you do? And I said, I would buy half the NFL and make one really badass team so I would never have to root for the losers again. We go on and on, manly things. I'd buy 40,000 whores. That way I'd always get laid, because it never happens now. And then one of my friends, this guy that I work with, he looks at us and he out-nerds everybody all at once, one shot, and he goes, "I would take all of my money, all of my resources, and I would make the Transformers real." And all I could think was, "God, I want to give you a wedgie. I just want to pull your underpants over your head and stuff you in a locker, dude. What the fuck?" It's retarded. But then my nerd brain just went, "Dude, why didn't you think of that? That is a fantastic idea. That much money, you could make it happen, probably. Or at least you could hire a bunch of Asians to do it for you." So, I'm getting divorced. Yeah, I can throw that out there just because it gives me a big pop. That's probably going to be the most claps I get today. But yeah, really, I'm getting divorced, and now that I'm getting divorced, all I can do is, look forward to the impending zombie apocalypse. Just any reason to offer. I'm waiting for it, and I don't know if you guys saw, but it's in the news. The zombie apocalypse is coming. Some dude tried to eat some chick's face off of Miami. Some guy smashing his face against a window and spitting blood at cops. It's coming. The zombie apocalypse, it's out there, man. You gotta get prepared. You really do. You gotta start looking for everything you can do to get ready for it. You gotta buy the manuals, get your kits together, start hoarding up all your ammo and baseball bats. Make your way over to the ex-wife's house to pop her before anybody realizes that she wasn't a zombie in the first place. And And you gotta start looking for, you know, everything that you can to put in your zombie repertoire. You gotta start working on like your cardio, you gotta look for all your ways out, start working on preparedness. And I think the number one thing in your preparedness has gotta be your zombie walk, because if you don't have one, you're gonna get stuck. You know, you're gonna get cornered. And you know, zombies, they're not smart, so if you get cornered, you gotta act like one of them so that you can get away. And see, you gotta start with a good base, and there's a couple of bases you can go with. I've been looking at this. I used to think that there was only one, and as it turns out, my first option was not a good one, because I thought maybe you should start with a base of, you know, like an Egyptian. But, you know, they don't really go for that. There's not too many zombies die in this position. And then I went with, oh, Thriller. You know, Michael Jackson, he knows a lot about weird things coming up out of the ground. So, you know, you can start out with just like, you know, Thriller. You can start out, you're already in like the base position here. And unless you're just not a fan of like the monsters and you're thinking Lurch is going to come after you and beat your ass for it. But so, you know, you start with Thriller, right? And you get up in your position, and then you start adding in like a little bit of stanky leg just to get a little bit of motion in your body. And you start looking at them, and if they're not buying it, you add in a little bit of Muhammad Ali. Alright, that's going to be my time. Thanks, y'all. Make sure you take your waitresses.
Keep it going for Alex English!